पूर्णगुणार्णवाय विश्वोदयस्थितिलयो नियतिप्रदाय ज्ञानप्रदाय विबुधासुरसौख्यदुःखसत्कारणाय विदताय नमो नमस्ते। श्रीवेदव्यासाय नमः। श्रीमदानन्दतीर्थाय नमः। श्रीहरियानन्दनाथाय नमः। श्रीश्रीधरानन्दनाथाय नमः। सकल गुरुपरंपराय वंदे। राज्ञोपचारार्थ पृथ्वी स्वल्पसस्या भवेत् कीलः अल्पायुषः प्रजः सर्वः दरिद्रः रोगभागिनः। This is a Sanskrit proverb. Let's try to understand the meaning and the message behind this particular proverb. To make it a little more simpler, I'd like to tell you a story from Mahabharata, and the story goes like this. Even today in India, prominently in northern part of India, we get to see quite a few temples by name Ranchodnath. Now the question arises as to who is this Ranchodnath and why do people call him as Ranchodnath? And the answer to the question is very simple. This Ranchodnath is none other than Lord Krishna himself. And the reason why people call him as Ranchodnath is after the death of Kansa, Lord Krishna appoints Ugrasena, his grandfather, as king of Mathura, and this Ugrasena rules Mathura for quite some time. But during his tenure, it so happens that the kings from neighboring states find it easy to attack Mathura, and the reason being, by now Ugrasena had grown older. But with the help of Lord Krishna, Ugrasena does manage these battles successfully. But on a fine day, Lord Krishna approaches Ugrasena and his subordinates and says, "Your Highness, I have a small suggestion for you, and which I feel you must accept it." Ugrasena says, "Fine, go ahead, tell me your suggestion." Krishna says, "I am of the opinion that we must leave Mathura and get rehabilitated at Dwaraka." Ugrasena is annoyed. He says, "Krishna, what happened? Why do you want to leave Mathura and get relocated at Dwaraka?" Krishna says, "Yes, there is a reason, and the reason being, you have been experiencing that time and again the kings from neighboring state have been attacking Mathura and creating so much of social disharmony, and hence I am of the opinion that we must leave Mathura and shift to Dwaraka." Ugrasena says, "No, this really doesn't suit you, Krishna. You are from a warrior family. You cannot run away from the battlefield. If you do so, do you know what people will call you as? They will call you a Ranachoda." Krishna says, "Yes, I know the repercussions of my decision. But for me, it is not important as to what people call me as, but it is more important for me that how the subjects of Mathura get benefited." Now here the question arises as to what Krishna is trying to convey. And this is exactly what the proverb speaks about. What does the proverb say? Radhyopacharartha prithivi swalpasasya bhavet kilaha. He says, rather, the proverb says the king of a state is a fool, he is selfish, then the very first thing that the state is going to see is the land will become barren. Nothing will grow there. Second thing is, alpa ushaha prajaha. People of the state will live short. Sarvaha daridraha. People will become financially backward. And on the top of it, they'll be conquered by various of diseases. Alpa ushaha prajaha sarvaha daridraha roga bhaginaha. They'll be attacked by so many diseases. Now what we need to understand is, what is the logic behind this particular statement? How logical it is. Yes, it is very much logical. Because when a king is a fool, obviously he will tend to fight with all the neighboring kings, and as a result of battle, you are likely to lose a lot of soldiers. When a soldier dies, and if he is married, it is obvious that his wife will become a widow. His children will become orphan. His parents will become helpless. And to take care of the family welfare, the widow may have to choose a path which could be immoral by nature. That might result into Varna Sankara. Hence Krishna says, it's better we leave Mathura and get relocated at Dwaraka. The question is it a hypothetical one or it's a reality? It is reality. It is reality because the effect of such battles we get to see even in Kali Yuga. In Second World War, when Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan were attacked by nuclear bomb, the land of these particular places became infertile. Nothing could grow there, it became barren. But fortunately, people of Japan were intelligent enough. They switched over to technology, electronics, and found an alternate way for the survival and development of economy. Hence, for every leader, it becomes very important to bear in mind that you don't get into any controversies. Don't fight with your neighboring states or countries. Because the real warrior is one who doesn't enjoy battles. He's someone who avoids battle. Because he is confident about his abilities and strength. He knows there is no reason why he must test his own abilities. So he avoids battle. So also, in present scenario, what we'll have to bear in mind, if we are leading a group of people, an association of persons, we need to bear in mind that we work in the interest of public in large than our own interest. And this particular message, after having convinced to Ugrasena, they all agree. And with the help of Vishwakarma, Lord Krishna builds a new Dwarka and they shift the entire people of Mathura to Dwaraka. So we all need to bear in mind that as a leader, you have a lot of responsibility resting on your shoulders. You have to think more about the people who follow you. It is their welfare which should be prime to you rather than your own interest. Don't worry about what people name you as, what people brand you as, but be cautious and careful as to how your each and every act is going to affect the people who follow you. Before I end my speech, short speech, I would like to pray to that Almighty, saying, Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet, tat sat Krishna arpanamastu.